What's going on, everybody? Just waiting on Dphence to come on. Uh,
What's good, brother?
hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
And everything great, everything copacetic.
That's good, man.
Uh,
Good.
was you able to get Steve on?
No, I'm waiting on him to come in.
Seven. All
Yeah,
right.
waiting on him to accept the request. Just waiting on him.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, Steve. If you see us, just remain on the screen. Make sure it's full screen with the video. The video already up, and
hmm
the icon should pop on.
So I just commented his name to see if he uh can get on here and respond. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Steve, you got to accept the request.
What's up, Dave? What's up, Kakisha? You still waiting on Steve to get
Still,
on?
yeah, I'm still waiting on him to get on. Let's see. Yeah, Steve, you still ain't accepted the request yet. Hey,
About to
Keisha.
get started here in a second.
Okay.
Just waiting on Steve. Once you click on the invite, you just got to give it a second to pop up. So you just like remain on that screen and the icon to pop on for you, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Steve, I can see that you watching, but you still got to accept that request.
Yeah. So whatever came up in your notifications when it said uh, Maurice wanted to accept you to join the broadcast, that's the one you want to click on. And once you click on that, make sure it's in the full screen and the request will pop up, the icon to pop on for it.
Yeah, Dave, I caught Peyton plays one time, man. Just one episode.
Yeah, I've seen that once myself, uh, but I'm definitely gonna check out the whole season that he got.
So Steve, man, we gonna go ahead and get started, man, and we gonna once you find out how to get that in, man, we definitely gonna bring you in, man. Dphence, you cool
So
with that?
yeah, yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So keep on trying to get in, and we'll bring you in as soon as you get on live with us. Just to get started though, welcome to Serious Sports Head, the dialogue, the voice of the true fan, the opinion of great sportsmen, and the platform of everyday normal fans. We are sports junkies, and we do it for the brotherhood of sports
That's right.
fans worldwide. I'm your co-host Dphence, Ryan Shago with me, Maurice Parker as always. Today we got a special guest with us, Steve Love. Whenever he get a chance to get on, he'll be joining us. Um, thank you everybody for joining the show, watching the show. Thank you for y'all support so far. We'll be doing this. And, we're gonna get right into it today. Um, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? How was your weekend? How
Man,
did your weekend
man,
up?
man, that went good, man. Went about pretty fast actually, man. Just work and things like that, man. Being on duty, man. So it go by pretty fast, man. It's slow though on those days,
Right.
but it goes by pretty fast, man. I know that sounds like an oxymoron in a sense, but the day is slow. But once I'm off, is the next day come back just like that, man. Just like that.
Right, right.
Work.
It's like a cycle, like a
Yeah,
cycle repeat.
yeah, man. So I kind of use on my downtime, man. I kind of use the Facebook thing, our groups and stuff like that to keep me busy, man. Because nothing really
Right,
going on downtown, if you will. So
right. How is
but
social distance? How social distance is going down there right now?
man, it's pretty much the
You be
same.
down there?
It's pretty much the same. Everybody trying to keep a safe distance from each other, man. But things pretty much going back to normal, man. For real.
Yeah.
A lot of the businesses are not open,
Okay.
yet. But I mean, everything's starting to rev up. You know what I mean?
Right. I
Everything's
haven't got
starting
a
to
chance
rev
to
up.
get down there since all this been going on. I really haven't got a chance to go down there. Haven't really had a reason to go down there. So
Yeah,
I was just wondering how stuff was going on down there.
yeah.
So yeah, man. The New England Patriots, they shook up the world this past Sunday by
Uh,
signing Cam Newton to a
right,
1 year deal.
right.
Uh, per Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen, NFL Network Rappaport reported that the agreement was worth 7.5 million. That's the league minimum for a veteran quarterback. Uh, Bill Belichick, man. What are your thoughts on this?
Man, I think it's all praises to Bill Belichick, man, for pulling this, making this move, man. I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I mean? There's a lot of rumors out there that Cam was gonna go to New England. A lot of people wanted to see Cam in New England, and I think it's the right fit for him. You know what I mean?
Right,
I think that Belichick. I don't think Cam is gonna be as outspoken as he once was. I think he's gonna kind of taper off a little bit because I think this process that humbled him a little bit, and then he go to New England, with the culture that's already set in place there.
right.
I think this is a great fit for him, man. I think he's coming in week one starter to me. It's his
Yeah,
job to lose, and his job to win. So they didn't sign him for no reason. They was just they. I'm pretty sure. I mean, they football minds, so they probably saw the same thing, if not more than what we saw. So great pickup, great signing, man. Um, I
yeah.
don't know
I,
what else to say. You know,
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. This is Belichick being Belichick, New England being New England. Um,
Mhm.
we really don't know why it took this long. Why he only got a 1 year deal? Why he signed up for the veterans minimum at a quarterback? But at the end of the day, Cam has signed. Belichick is just he do this over and over, man. His whole
Right.
career, man. This is why he considered one of the most greatest coaches. And I come down, I'm looking at this roster now. Um, so Vegas came out with their updated odds to win the Super Bowl, and the Patriots all of a sudden got the third best odds to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, are you buying that by looking at their roster? And now remember, this is the same team. He got pretty much the same weapons Brady had last year.
Man, listen.
Um, so are you buying the New England Patriots winning the AFC East?
I mean, you know what? With the addition of Cam, I can see why the odds went up. but I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't take it that far. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you
Yeah.
just look at their roster, you know what I mean. Julian Edelman, who was their best receiver last year, you know, in
Yeah.
16 games he had over 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns with Brady. But then you look at the second guy under him was Mohamed Sanu. In 15 games, Mohamed Sanu only had 520 yards on 59 receptions and 2 TDs. You understand what I'm saying? So uh, they got a long way to go, man. They got a long way to go. They definitely got to look at some wide receivers that's out there that's free agents right now, and try to
Right.
add some type of talent. You know what I mean? I know they got Marquise Lee, uh, Nikhil Harry, who played in 7 games, 105 yards, 12 receptions, 2 TDs with Brady. But they need some more. They need more weapons, man. They need more weapons, or Cam gonna get hurt. Cam
Right.
is Cam is gonna definitely gonna get hurt. Because you play that zone D, it's gonna look pretty bad for them, man. I mean, I like Matt Lacoste rather. But he's still not Grunt. You know,
Right.
still not gonna be a that much of a threat. I don't believe. In that
Right.
offense, man. So what's your take on that, man?
I mean, I'm looking at the roster and thinking about this. Um, New England, they got a lot better. They got a lot better Santa Cam Newton. I want to say that first. They got a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what this doing, like with Bill Belichick, with him coaching and the way he's going to use Cam Newton, you got to realize he's not going to be doing what North Turner had him doing down when he was offensive coordinator there. Him with Revere.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be as many design runs. I don't think Cam Newton is going to hold on to the ball as long as he did when he was in
Yeah.
Carolina
Mm-hmm.
to prolong his career. He got some pieces here. I mean, the killer Harry, you mentioned him. He's a rookie who was injured a lot last year, but
Mm-hmm.
towards the end of the season, he really came on. I remember one touchdown catch. I just seen it on TV the other day. Like his first game coming back,
Yeah.
Brady threw just a perfect pass on the
Yeah.
sideline in the end zone.
Yeah. I remember that.
Double toe touch. Yeah, I mean, just beautiful catch. He really came on his rookie year. If you can get him a guy who's making consistent plays, and you can make Sanu your third receiver,
Mm-hmm.
or your third receiver, because Julia Edelman is going to be between that 1 and 2. You can make some things happen. The running backs, they specifically do what they do. You got Sonny Michel, James White, great at catching the ball out the
Yeah.
backfield, gonna take some slack off, just like Christian McCaffrey. You also got Rex Burkhead. It's the same
Yeah.
type of running back. Very versatile. I like what Cam got in front of him. I think not only him going there, Brian Hoyer being a veteran quarterback as he is.
Yeah.
You got those two. You got those two veteran presence right there, and you got Jared Stidham, who's going to be trying to fight for a job, but we already know how the outcome of that's going to be. So I believe the competition is going to be there to bring Cam in. It's going to be how much he could pick up of Belichick offense. Him and the offensive coordinator. We just interviewed him for the Browns job.
Right.
What's his name? McDaniels. So
Yeah.
McDaniels is how much is you gonna offense is you gonna put on? How much is you gonna of the offense is you gonna put on Cam Newton? They got an opportunity. But with that being said, I see those Buffalo Bills up there, and I'm looking at that roster,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at what they drafted up there, and I just
Yeah.
think Buffalo is the team to beat
Yeah.
in that division
I
still,
totally
even with
agree
the
with
signing
that,
of Cam
man.
Newton.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with that, man. Man, listen, last year the Patriots was skating by on the talent of Tom Brady alone, just his decision making alone. So
Right.
I wouldn't. Cam is a great quarterback, man, but I wouldn't put him in that upper echelon of decision making. I wouldn't say talent. I would just say decision making. When it comes to that ball, as Tom Brady. So
Right.
we'll see what happens, man. I think Buffalo got the division though.
I do. I definitely believe that's the Buffalo division to lose.
Yeah.
So what you got?
So man, New England Patriots, man, sticking with them, man. So it came out that they received a $1.1 million fine, up to $1.1 million in fines from the NFL, and they forfeited a 2021 third round pick after it's discovered that their production crew has videotaped the Browns and Cincinnati game in Week 14 of last year. So What do you think about that? Not to mention that they did. This is like their third or fourth infraction of what we call cheating, really. From their production crew. I don't understand. Me personally, I don't understand what you videotaping the Browns Bengals game for in Week 14. Both of them, you
Right.
know, losing season. They done. So what
Yeah.
you videotaping that for? What I mean, maybe it's for
Yeah.
future reference or whatnot, but I don't know, man. What you think, man? Seeing as fourth time, being caught like this.
Yeah. I mean, like the old saying, when it's smoke, it's fire. And it seemed like it been a lot of smoke coming out of New England for a lot of years. Since the dynasty run that they done been on, man, it's incredible, man. I think it didn't again. It's a slap in the wrist. What's 1.1 million to the New England Patriots?
Right, right.
You forfeited a draft pick that with him signing Cam Newton. If Cam Newton play a full season, they get a compensated third round pick. If
Yeah,
Cam Newton leave in free agency, so Belichick doing what Belichick do, always covering his tracks.
right.
I think it's a joke. I think it's a slap in the face. Um, I mean, what do you do for repeat offenders? Just in life, general. Um, Once you commit the same crime over and over
Yeah.
again, the penalty become harsher and
Getting
harsher.
harsher and
It seems
harsher.
like theirs get
Absolutely.
it seemed like theirs getting lighter and lighter. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. They didn't get fined as much money last time, but still, 1.1 million to Robert Kraft is like pocket change.
Right.
Um, I, I'm speechless, really. What do you say about it? Are they cheaters? Does it have to do with their greatness? Are they just better prepared than everybody else? Are
Right.
they thinking outside the box? Are other NFL teams doing this?
Yeah, I was
It
just
just
about to
seems
say
like,
that. I just about
yeah,
to say that.
it just seems like New England always getting caught. So
Right.
uh, they won 6 Super Bowls off of it. I mean, what else can you say?
Hey, man, I think they the only ones that's getting caught. In my honest opinion, you know what I mean.
Right,
If you even look at what happened in baseball with the Astros, with pitch sign stealing, I think that's been going on for a while, man. All of this stuff, man. The videotaping. It's so easy to do now. You understand what I'm saying? It's so easy to
right,
do to videotape other teams, the sidelines, the play calling, hacking the mics and stuff like that, man. It's so easy. So I'm gonna do
How do
it
you
to
police that?
man. You can't
How do you
police.
police that?
I don't think you can police that, man. I don't think you can police that. You know what I mean? Because if I go into your stadium as a fan, and I'm pretending like I'm recording the game, which I did at the Browns game. What was that back in I think '09 or something when Gary Baxter tore up his knees. I was at that
Yeah,
Broncos game. I had my little
yeah,
camcorder there recording. So
right,
it's kind of hard to police. You know what I'm saying?
right,
That
right, right.
that that type of situation, I believe. And with the technology nowadays, man, you
Yeah,
got guys
the
reading
devices.
lips.
Yeah,
You got, what I'm saying? You got stuff that you can put on lapels, and you know what I mean. It's all kinds of crazy stuff, man. I can
right,
I,
right,
I can
right,
say I can say, hey, man, I'm gonna send you in as my team as a team physician to infiltrate the facility. You know what I mean? It's like you
yeah,
got you got a billionaire owner. You understand what I'm saying? You got money.
yeah,
I would do it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a physician
right,
or a training guy, you pay me a certain amount of money, yeah, man, I'm gonna get paid from you and I'm gonna get paid from them to infiltrate this and bring you back, you know what I'm saying, some information. Absolutely.
right. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it goes. I was getting ready to say it goes a long way from back in the days when I know I was playing high school footballs and we had we had our backup quarterback, third string quarterback, and we had the freshman quarterback calling hand signals in.
Right.
So
Right.
it came a long way from stealing those signs to where it is
Right.
today. I can't even imagine having the technology like when I played what they had now, what was going
Right.
on, and how that would have prepared us as a football team.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So um,
Absolutely.
every team, I agree with you. Every team has just like they cheat in some way. You got to get some type of advantage with everything.
Yep.
Everybody trying to get the upper hand
Yeah.
in a different way. Don't get caught. That's the
Don't
saying.
get caught, man. And like I said, man, they open up the practices. You know what I'm saying? And Berea, every fans, everybody. Who's to say that
Right,
nobody from another team is not there? You know what I mean? Who
right,
who's to say that? You know? Just
You know what? A lot of practices that you go out there though, them don't be a lot of installation practices. Them really be, they already be running. Them don't be like installation kits. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like you don't see,
absolutely.
yeah, you don't see different groups running part of the place, and then you don't see them come together in. They already kind of got an idea of a set script play,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
but still, it's difficult, very difficult to just hide everything, keep everything
Yep.
in house.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely.
Uh, Man, just gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get into our Monday night quarterback talk a little bit earlier tonight, man, because it's a very special one. In my opinion, this
Yeah.
past Sunday, Michael Vick turned 40 years
40
old.
years old.
Uh, that's crazy. Just some of his, just very few of his accolades. At 19, he was the first ever Archie Griffin Award winner
Yeah.
in the NCAA. You know, being from Ohio, with Archie Griffin being to us up here,
Yeah.
so that's a big
Yeah,
accomplishment.
absolutely.
At 24, he was on the cover of Madden. 26, he became the first quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards. I
Yeah.
mean, imagine that. You got Warren Moon. You think about Randall
Randy
Cunningham.
Cunningham, yeah.
You think about, yeah, you think about Doug Williams. I mean, he wasn't a runner like Doug, but you just think about the great quarterbacks who have had the opportunity before
Right.
him. And I just want to take this moment right now to just give Michael Vick his roses right now while he's still
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
Us as fans, coming from our perspective, seeing the career that he went through, how he persevered from going
Hmm.
to prison. Um, I still feel some type of way about that situation.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. For sure.
him moving forward, can you just? I just want to hear what you got to say about Michael Vick at 40. What type of impact was he on your life?
Hmm.
And something special that you remember that he did like over his career.
Man, listen, first time, it's crazy that Michael Vick. We saying that Michael Vick is 40, man, because I'm gonna be
Yeah,
30. Yeah, I'm gonna be
that's right.
30. I'm gonna be 38 this year. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right. Yeah.
even back when I was playing ball, you know what I mean? It's like, and I went to college and whatnot, and tore my hamstring. And and watching college football at the time, I heard of Michael Vick. You know what I mean? And I remember the
Right.
first the first game that I saw at Virginia Tech with Michael Vick, man. I was like, damn, man, who is this quarterback, man? This left-handed quarterback. I mean, that's running all over. I mean, he's making these guys look silly. You know what I mean?
Silly.
Yeah, he was making these guys look, man. I mean, trying to tackle. I mean,
Yeah.
he was all over the place. I mean, swoop, swat. He one in. You know how, man, we used to run gassers in school, right? This dude
Right.
was running. This dude was running sideline to sideline with ease, man. I never forget that game, man. He was running sideline to sideline with ease, like he's running gassers, man. I'm like,
Right.
damn, man, who is this guy? Because I think, matter of fact, man, I think I was at the gym, man. I was at the gym with this guy I went to school with, Howard Westerfield, man, big guy,
Uh-huh.
played ball with. And we was at Titans out in Menor, and the game was a Saturday, and the game was on, and I was surprised. I'm like, damn, man, this guy's just moving, man. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's Mike Vick, man. He going to the league, yeah. I'm like, damn, man, this dude is nice, So that first game that I saw with him really had an impact on me. Like, man, I can't believe that quarterbacks is even moving like this, because it was something that I had really never seen.
Right.
I was used to the stationary quarterback. I mean, we had our quarterbacks that was running in high school and stuff like that, but nothing like
But
Michael
it
Vick.
wasn't. Yeah.
Nothing like Michael Vick. I think that when I was in school, that was kind of the time that the running quarterback had really, really started to take off. That
Right.
that that quarterback option, run. Uh,
Maybe Charlie Ward. Maybe Charlie Ward
maybe
was
Charlie Ward was
somewhat
uh,
somewhat in that before
yeah.
Vic, but it was still
It
nothing.
was nothing like it. Yeah, Charlie Ward,
Uh,
he was, but Michael Vick took it to another level. Michael Vick was a
yeah.
was a hybrid, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the zip that he had on the ball
Whew.
was crazy. You know what I mean? He would fling
Yeah.
that ball. I'm talking about a lefty. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
used to seeing right-handed quarterbacks, but we had a lefty that was just slinging gunfire, man. Uh,
Yeah.
and then, man, when he got drafted to the NFL, man, just watching him play down in Atlanta was unreal, man. It was just unreal, It was
Yeah.
unreal. Um, I Definitely one of the greatest of all time, man. Definitely one of the greatest of all time from 2001 to 2015. And like you said,
Right.
man, he went to jail, so he took 2 years off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
imagine.
essentially three
Yeah,
seasons.
3 seasons, absolutely,
Yeah.
and in total, yeah. So if you think about that, man, think about the time, the 3 years that he took off, man. You know what I mean? What he could have had, instead of 143 career games, he could have had 180. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
190 career games. I mean, even with 52% of his passes completed in his career, you know what I mean? He's up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as, completion percentage, 22,000 yards, 133 TDs, man, And like I said again, he was out of the league 07, 08, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just imagine what he could have did, man. If he had
Yeah.
stayed, not only stayed on the right path, man, but
He would have been in Atlanta.
he would have, yeah,
He would still been in Atlanta.
yeah,
So, um,
yeah.
man,
I
I
never
agree with you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to finish up.
I was about to say, man, I never forget that segment when he was walking in he was walking in the man, he was walking somewhere and somebody was trying to interview him, man, and he was like, man, people love Mike Vick, man. I'm Mike Vick, man. People love Mike Vick. I'll never forget that, man. And next thing you know,
Right.
he going to jail. Michael Vick getting 2 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this is crazy, man.
He got
You
a raw
know?
deal. He got a raw deal,
Yeah.
man.
Example.
He got a raw
They
deal.
made an example out of him. But go ahead.
Yeah.
What was you
It
about
was.
to say, man?
Oh, I just piggybacking on what you said. He revolutionized the quarterback position to what it is today. The things that you see Lamar Jackson doing, things that you see Patrick Mahomes doing. Uh,
Yeah.
where he started it. He was the human video game.
Yeah.
I remember Michael Vick on game day. Was game day '99. You could just hit R1 on game day '99. He'd just juke all the way to the end zone. You
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
tackle him.
Yep. Yep.
Just Michael Vick was just a spectacular talent.
Yeah.
There's so many moments that I think about. I think about him winning the playoff game in Green Bay.
Yeah.
When everybody thought Vick couldn't throw from the pocket, Vick couldn't win
Yeah.
the football game from the pocket. He had to run. Um,
Yep.
he wouldn't. He had a lot of haters. He had a lot of noise out there.
Yep.
But one that I grew up in the South. I went to high school down in the South. Played football, all type of sports, AAU in the summer leagues back then. And one thing that I remember is the 2000 national championship against the Florida State Seminoles. Now Virginia Tech lost that game because Florida
Mm-hmm.
State was the better team. Just
Right.
physically, they was faster, they were stronger. Their players had better IQ. But in that first half of that football game, you clearly seen that Michael Vick was the best athlete on that football field.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was young. He was a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
Um, the first drive of the game, they drove right down the field. I think they got a whole no, it was an offsides or something, a false start to start the game off. The second play, he ran for 15 yards right. Uh, he dropped back a pass for the third play of the game. They was at the 50-yard line. They made it
Mm-hmm.
all the way down to the 1 yard line on that first drive, and he fumbled. He came out. He was supposed to run a reverse option. He came out. He never reversed back. He kept going to the right and stripped the ball out of his hand. Ball went in the end zone. Florida State get the ball. The next his next possession, he drove him right back down the field. It was another young mistake because the team was so much young and they was not talented as that Florida State team.
Right.
But that moment when I see Michael Vick on that playing field, a game they weren't supposed to be in, because if you remember that year, Virginia Tech didn't have the schedule that Florida State had that year.
Right.
They didn't play the teams that they played that year. I think Virginia Tech was playing like Cincinnati, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Big East, they was playing the Big East schedule.
Right.
Florida State was in the ACC then.
Right.
So they was playing a real week. So that number 2 ranking, like everybody was just saying that because they wanted to see Vick in the game.
Right.
But Vick was that good of a player that his team was more of a mid-level Big Ten team at that time.
Yeah.
And he just excelled that team that much better to play in that game. And I seen that he was the best athlete on the field against Florida State. And Florida State was going. It was a time where they was at the top of the game in college football.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
I remember that. I remember that moment vividly.
Oh yeah.
Michael Vick. And like I said, the Green Bay game, for me in my life, I'm glad I'm be able to tell my sons about Michael Vick. I'm be able to tell them about how he was at the top, how he came from the bottom, and how he rose again. to
Yeah.
come back and win, come back player of the year.
Right.
You got to think they took everything away from this man. He could have gave up.
Absolutely.
He didn't have to come back to
You didn't
football.
have to. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just to have that character to do it for the next person to be like, look, you can go to the bottom of the bottom, be in the darkest places ever,
Yeah.
but you can come out of it. It's light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
And
Right.
the man that he has became, the activist that he has became, I'm proud to see where he at.
Yeah.
With us going through everything that we're going through in society right now. That's one man that I just want to take time to salute.
Absolutely. You got to. You got to salute him.
Definitely.
You got to salute him because man, I remember that show that he had with him and his wife, man, his family. How he was talking about that. How they tried to. He basically broke down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he had to build himself back up. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yep.
man, I go from all this fame to now I'm with these four walls. You know what I mean? It's a lot of time to think, man, and trust me, I know. It's a lot of time to think from four walls, man, and that cell when you're on 23-hour lockdown for your own protection. You know what I mean? Not because you're a bad person, but just to protect you. So I can just imagine, where he was mentally, and can only sympathize with him. You know, but like you said, man, I'm glad that he's back to where he got a sense of normalcy, man. He got a life, and he's doing good for himself, man. So hopefully everybody can forget about what he did and whatever transgressions he had or people say that he had that other people do every day. You know, just forget about
Yeah.
that, man. Forget about that,
He
man.
I want to point out real quick, Jeffrey. Jeffrey just said if Vic didn't do the film work, if
Yeah,
he did that, wow, he's right. When Vic came into the league, he was playing pure talent.
truth.
Just
Yeah, exactly,
yeah, pure
exactly,
talent. It wasn't that he knew coverages and all that stuff because you could tell he struggled with it, but he got better at
absolutely.
it because he wanted to become better as a quarterback.
We
He
want to
wanted to
be
be known as a real
as
quarterback,
a real quarterback.
a pro
Absolutely.
quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of
So
like what
you're
Lamar
absolutely right,
Jackson
Jeffrey.
doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Kind of
Yeah.
like what Lamar doing right now. All right. So big up to Mike Vick, man, and happy 40th birthday to him. Like I said, that's crazy. Saying 40, man. It's like, man, I know I'm getting old
So
now,
fast.
man. I know
Yeah,
I'm getting
definitely.
old now, man. Wow.
So fast, man.
Yeah, man. Don't even seem like I'm thinking Mike Vick like 44, man. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'm just in
Yeah,
denial, I
it
guess.
happened so quick. Like he just was out the league. Have you been out the league for just 5 years?
Yeah, 2015 was his last year with Pittsburgh.
Okay, so
2015 he was with Pitt.
he up for the Hall of Fame next year.
Yeah. Hey, he should get first ballot, man. I
Yeah,
believe with his
first
stats,
back got
man.
to,
Being 2 years off, man. Comeback player of the
got to,
year. With
definitely.
with the Jets. Well, with Philly rather. You know what I'm saying? And then going to the Jets and Pittsburgh, man, in his career there, man. So
Yeah, how do you keep
first
him out the Hall of Fame?
you
That's a big.
if they use that dog stuff, man, that'll be a travesty, man. That'd definitely be a travesty.
Yeah,
That'll be a travesty.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So glad to see him bounce back, man. Like Jeffrey said on here. So man, let's keep it moving, man. Ranking the best moves of the 2020 offseason, man. We talking about drafting. We talking about the free agent signings. Um,
I don't want to hear Tom Brady. I do not want to hear
no, we
Tom
ain't gonna
Brady.
talk about Tom. We didn't talk about Tom. We didn't talk about Tom enough already, man. We didn't gave him his just due, man. You know what
All
I
right,
mean?
all right. No Brady, no Brady talk.
So man, let's talk about what you think about the Ravens drafting our man out of Ohio State, J.K. Dobbins, man. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's when I seen that pick, being a Browns fan, I'm like, damn. That's our boy J.K. played at Ohio State.
Yeah,
He real similar. Like he put me in this kind of mind frame. He got a running style a little bit like Zeke,
mm,
but he ran hard like Pittman. You
yeah,
remember Pittman from Ohio
yeah. I
State?
remember
How
that
hard
Pittman
he
from
ran.
Ohio State. Absolutely.
So J.K. is like right in the middle of those two to me right there. Add him with Ingram, that's gonna be a dynamic duo. The Ravens,
Yeah,
they love to run the football.
yeah.
They're gonna run the ball 25, 30 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add on what Lamar gonna do. It ain't do nothing but bolster that offense.
Yeah.
But in the long run, we'll see can Lamar and that team put together offensively to be able to, because when it comes to the playoff game, Like they take away the best thing you do, and the best thing the Ravens do
Absolutely.
right now is run the ball.
Is
So
running the
we'll see what
ball.
happens with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me ask. Let's see. What do you think about New Orleans Saints signing Emmanuel Sanders?
I think, man, listen, man, I think that's a good pickup for them, man, because Emmanuel Sanders, man, he an 11-year vet, had a great season with San Fran last year, man. Um, and that's just another weapon for Drew Brees, man. Another weapon for Drew Brees, man. Add to that to the roster that they got down there. It's another great pickup. Great pickup for them. I don't understand why San Fran let him go for real. I don't
Yeah,
understand it. But
he was. Yeah, I think he was in. He was in. Yeah, they could have got him for cheaper than what the Saints got him. Honestly,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
that's what I feel like.
that's
Yeah,
that, that's a good move for New Orleans, bad move for San Fran. Bad move for
yeah.
San Fran. All right, so back up, digress just a little bit, man. With
Uh huh.
with J.K. Dobbins, man. I mean, like you said, you like him as that mix, man. He is a hybrid, man. I mean, 5'10", 212 pounds, man. Solid as a rock, man. And he gonna learn a lot from Ingram, man. He gonna learn a lot from Mark Ingram, man. So I'm excited. I'm not excited for him being on Baltimore, but I'm excited for
Right.
him. You know what I mean? Being drafted and being able to play at the
Oh,
next
definitely,
level. You know what I'm saying?
definitely,
So
definitely.
I hate to see him in
That's
the
that buck
AI.
I love.
Yeah, I hate to see him in the AFC North, man, against us. If you in the AFC, you go to Ohio State, you in the AFC North, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to play for Cleveland, man. That's why Santonio Holmes. I want him to
Cleveland
play
don't
for
draft.
Cleveland.
Cleveland don't draft Ohio State players. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't, man. Me neither, man. I don't know.
Historically,
Yeah, right,
historically.
right. So, man, let's see who we got, man. What do you think about the Cowboys drafting Sedarian Lamb, man, wide receiver out of Oklahoma? Out of Oklahoma, man.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys drafting
Oh,
C.D.
CD Lamb.
Lamb.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
CD Lamb.
Sedarian.
Okay.
Yeah,
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 Sedarius. I be see they
yeah,
call him CD so much, and then you call
yeah.
him by his real name, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we talking about okay, yeah. So yeah, CD Lamb. I mean, it's perfect. He went to school right there in Oklahoma. He grew up a
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Cowboys fan. He was one of the most dynamic wide receivers in college football this past season.
Yeah,
Um, he put up stupid numbers. You got to
stupid numbers.
realize he played with Baker Mayfield. He played with Kyler Murray.
Yep.
Um, so he's played with the hype already. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he should fit right into that offense, automatic playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to put so much pressure on Amari Cooper. You got to keep people in the box for Zeke.
Right.
He's got an opportunity where he can feast. We'll see if it's Dak throwing the ball. We'll see if it's Andy Dalton throwing the job.
Yeah.
You said repeatedly that you think Andy Dalton will be the starter quarterback of that football team
Yeah.
if as early as the fourth week of the season. So he got an opportunity right now to have a big, huge rookie year.
Yeah.
It's all up to him. That's what I think about it. I mean, what's your take on CD getting drafted by the
Man,
Cowboys?
man, listen, I think that's a excellent draft, man. Excellent draft pick for them, man. I mean, just looking at what he was doing in Oklahoma, like you said, he had stupid numbers, man. 62 receptions, 1,327 yards on an average of 21 yards per catch. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So whether it is Dak or Andy Dalton throwing him the ball, man, I think he's poised to have a great rookie season. You know what I mean? They got
Right,
Amar, and I think that's why they let Randall Cobb go. You know what I'm saying? Because of the impact that they believe that Lamb is gonna have. You know what I mean? So,
right.
uh, I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. For Dallas, man.
You possibly got two number one receivers in that offense
Yeah,
right now. I mean,
absolutely,
you possibly could have it. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And
Uh,
and what's the name?
so
Cooper gonna do his thing. Cooper gonna do his thing, but
oh
this,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He been doing it consistently.
yeah, yeah,
If he stay healthy.
yeah.
So I wanted to ask you. See, what you think about the Browns signing Austin Hooper this year? When you look at that, what do you think that how he's going to help that offense and how he's going to help Baker Mayfield with having a secure blanket in the middle of the field? I just want to
Mm-hmm.
hear your take on that one.
I think he's a good pickup, man. You know what I mean? He's not as athletic as Njoku is. You understand what I'm saying? But he is a better blocker.
Uh huh.
He's a better blocker. So and he got good hands. You know what I mean? So I was, just looking at a couple of his highlights, man. He got good hands, you know, and he's a big boy. You know what I mean? The big white
Yeah.
boys, man. You know, they
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 beast over the middle.
they beast over the middle, yeah. So I expect them to hold on to the ball. You know what I mean? Just looking at a couple of hits that he took last year with Atlanta, man. He took them hits, man, and he kept going, man. So I think that's going if he's holding on to that ball across the middle, I think that's going to help Baker with his confidence. Hey, Sharana. So I think that's gonna help out with Baker's confidence, man. So. Um, definitely, man. 75 receptions last year, 787 yards, 6 TDs. You know what I mean? So I
And
think
that's on the
go ahead.
and that's on the team with Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. So
Yeah,
you getting
absolutely,
production. You getting production from your third
absolutely,
target. So
absolutely. So and you got Jarvis and OBJ on his left and right, man. So we definitely, man. I think that's gonna boost Baker's confidence to have a tight end to catch the ball, man. Because I know Njoku was hurt, but even when he was playing with Baker, man, he dropped a couple
he
balls,
dropped,
man.
yeah,
You know, he dropped a
touchdowns.
couple, yeah, and I think that kind of is kind of take the wind out your sail a little bit as a quarterback. Like, man, damn, that was right there. You know, and
Yeah,
I was
you hesitant to go back.
yeah, I was always taught, man, you know, playing ball, man, if the ball hit your hands, you got to catch
You
it.
better catch it.
You got to
Yeah,
catch it. You know what I'm saying? Or you running.
no
You know what I'm
excuses.
saying?
Yeah.
No excuses right there, man.
No,
No excuses right
I
there,
want to
man.
I want to stay right with you, man. Since we on the Browns, I just want to bring up another one day offseason signing, Jack Conklin. You know the problem that the Cleveland Browns had last season on the right side of that offensive line.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it was shuffle. It was shuffle work all season between the right tackle and the right guard. Um, with Jack Conklin signing, what do you think that does for just Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt running the game and with the play action pass that Kevin Stefanski want to run with this new offense that he's installing?
Um, I wouldn't say that Conklin is the surefire answer. I think he's the short term answer right now, man. I mean, he's been in the league for a couple years now, man. So he did good with Tennessee last year. I mean, look at what Henry was doing. You know, so I think that right now we got a solid O lineman, man. You know, we got a solid O lineman. I think he played 16 games with Tennessee. You know, so
Yeah.
hopefully if he can keep that going, man, you know, we got him at a good price. So hopefully, you know, he makes some noise, man. Hopefully, I say this, man. Hopefully, he do the same thing in Cleveland that he did in Tennessee. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Right.
a lot of free agents that we get, you know, we get them based on what they did in other places, and then they come to
And they come here to
Cleveland
die.
and they come here to and they just like, man, damn, man, where you been at, man? Where's this guy that I saw last year? You know, the last 2 years. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
they just lose all stamina, all all football fundamentals. You know, so hopefully, man, he sure up that O line, man. You know, and we don't have to do no more shuffling. You know,
Right.
so. So let's moving
He,
on. Go ahead. You got something on him?
no, I was just gonna say, I like the signing of Jack Conklin.
Mm-hmm.
I think we really struggled on the right side of the line last year,
Yeah.
big time. If anything, him being average or above average is the upgrade from what we had last
Oh
year.
yeah, for
So
sure.
from that point of view, I just think it's a sign that we need. We paid some money to it. You said it's more of a short term investment. I think it's a 4 year deal.
hmm
I mean, he got top offensive tackle money, so
Yeah.
uh, we'll see. Um, but go ahead. You
Go
speak
ahead.
more.
Yeah, yeah. So what about the Baltimore Ravens traded for Calais Campbell, man? What do you think about it? You know,
This,
he a veteran. You know, he a veteran on the D line. What you think about that, man? His stats that he's his career stats. You know, what do
yeah,
you think he's going to do for Baltimore, who's already hungry on defense? You know what I mean? They stay hungry. So what do you think he's
yeah.
going to do for that defensive line?
I think that pickup right there was strictly a pickup for the Kansas City Chiefs. When it comes to the playoffs, you gotta have talented defensive linemen. You got to get pressure
Mm-hmm.
with your front four, and I think that's what Baltimore have stapled their defense on, playing with
Mm-hmm.
speed, playing on the edge, getting at the quarterback, and that just
Yeah.
fall right into their mode. Like I said, Baltimore, I think they gave up was it a second round pick for Clay? I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean they gave up a lot to get him. Uh, you see what he played down in Jacksonville when Jacksonville had that one just awesome year when they was on defense.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the leaders on that defense. He had another solid season on a bad team his previous year. If you can get that same kind of production out of him, you're talking about bringing in a Pro Bowl defensive end to an
Yeah.
already stout defense.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they, they're loaded. They're loaded, man. The Ravens are loaded on that defensive
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. So he's coming like he 12-year vet, man, but he's still playing like he in year 7. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
So
I
what
think
you got? And like I said, he's specifically for the playoffs. He's for to get a
absolutely.
pass rep on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah.
brought in for.
Absolutely. 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 So moving on, man.
Yeah, I got one for
Arizona.
you, man.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I want to ask you about that one. Arizona Cardinals trade for DeAndre Hopkins, man. It shocked the world when it happened. Um, what is it like going on 2 months later? You look at that transaction, and Arizona picking them up. I want to hear not only what you hear about DeAndre Hopkins playing on the Arizona Cardinals. I want to hear what you think about Bill O'Brien and where the Houston Texans are at right now.
Um. Right, I'm gonna start right there. I'm gonna address your questions from the latter to the to the first one.
I'm
All
with you.
right.
I'm with you.
So I'm just one word for Bill O'Brien and the Texans, man. Shambles. They're in
Sure.
shambles. They're in
Yep.
shambles. There's nothing else really to be said about that's a horrible move. To trade your best wide receiver, to the Cardinals. You know,
Right.
they just in shambles. I mean, who they gonna go to? That right there kind of deflates your offense, man. It's like, man, you traded our best player who's putting up numbers. Not that he's not being productive, but he's actually putting up numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's getting Watson out of bounds, just by catching balls. Watson putting the
He
ball
was
up there.
he was the offense.
He was absolutely.
Yeah.
He's going to get it. You know what I mean? He's saying, hey man, give me the ball. You know what I mean? You want a guy like that on your team. So
Yeah.
now, what do I think about Arizona trading for him? That's the smartest thing that they could have did, man, to build confidence for Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? Fitz coming back. You know what I mean? So Fitz is going to be that veteran leader there. They got a few young receivers, but what other way to give your quarterback confidence to bring in somebody that actually want to play football, that know how to
Right.
play football, that know how to run routes, that can say, "Hey man, you give me the ball or you throw the ball up, I'm going to get it." You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Or guess what? I might be double covered, but guess what, man? If you get in trouble, I'm coming back to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre Hopkins never stopped playing football, man. His whole time on the
Right.
field, just watch him. He never stops playing. He never stops playing, man. Even all them times that Deshaun Watson was in trouble, DeAndre Hopkins, he was moving without the
He kept
ball.
run,
He kept
he
he
kept
kept
running his
moving
route.
moving without the ball. You know what I'm saying? He's like playing basketball out there. You know how in basketball you tell your offensive player move without the ball. You know what I'm saying? When you got the ball at the top of the key, you move without the ball.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's what he's doing. You know what I mean? The whole time
Right.
he's just he's moving. He's constantly moving. You know what I'm saying? And the defense only going all he needs, hey, just block O line, just keep Watson up. You know what I'm saying? Or in this case now, keep Murray up. And guess what? I'm gonna get open somewhere. You know what I mean? You gonna find me
We used to
open.
call it we used to call it the scramble.
Yeah, yeah,
When I played ball, and what we did was in our position coach, our DB coach, um, when we did the scramble, we did it with no football. We just reacted off of the quarterback.
yeah,
So our defensive coach was the quarterback, and we used to just react over him off of the scramble from the defensive side.
yeah,
And then we did the same thing when we was on the wide receivers with the wide receiver coach. We did a scramble drill without a football.
yeah,
Uh, Yeah, I know what you mean with Hopkins just never quitting on the route, never quitting on the play,
Mhm.
playing 4 or 5 seconds into the whistle.
Yeah,
Uh, you right, man. You definitely right.
that's a big pickup for Arizona, man. Like I said, boosting Kyler Murray's confidence, man. I don't think Kyler Murray's I guess we got to give him another year or two, man. Just give him another year or two
You've
before I
been
make
hard
a.
on Kyler, man.
Yeah,
You've
man.
been
I
hard on
give him,
Kyler, man.
you know,
You got to give him
I
this on his
give
rookie
him another.
year.
Yeah, I give him another year or two, man. I give him another year or two. See what he got. But I know for sure that this right here is gonna boost his confidence, man. Because if he lost his confidence last year, which it looked like he was doing at the end towards the end of the season, um, I think this move right here, is gonna boost that confidence way up, man. Because like I always say, man, when you get that guy on your team, it's like that guy walking the gym and you know he good. It's like, oh man, we
Yeah,
about to kill y'all now, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to
yeah.
murder y'all. About to murder y'all.
Mama,
So
there goes that
yeah,
man.
yeah, that's it. That's it right
Yep.
there, man. Yeah, I don't think nothing else need to be said about DeAndre Hopkins, man. He the new human joystick for real. you know,
Yeah,
he's the new human joystick, man, because he constantly moving. So let's
it's amazing.
moving on, man. Talk about
Let's stay right here. Let's
yeah,
stay right there in free agencies, trades and
yeah,
free agencies.
yeah. So man, what you think about the Jacksonville Jaguars, man? It's a possible trade. The trade from Yannick Ngakoue for David Njoku from the Jaguars to the Browns. Defensive end for tight end. We already said that the
Yeah,
Browns done signed. We already done signed my man from Atlanta,
Jack Conklin from Atlanta.
from
Yeah,
Jack. Yeah,
I'm not Jack Conklin, but
Austin Hooper.
Hooper.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we already signed him, so we brought in another tight end. Do you think Njoku is expendable now, man? With that possible trade, uh, Njoku
Uh,
and a 2021 second round pick.
if I'm AB, and for those who don't know who AB is, we're not talking about Antonio Brown. we talking about
Yeah,
our GM. We talking about our
yeah,
GM, Andrew Berry.
yeah.
If I'm AB right now, I'm pulling the trigger on that yesterday. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. We just drafted a kid out of Florida International. I mean, Florida Atlantic University. Played
Yeah,
down there with Lane Kiffin in the fourth round.
yeah.
He was this year. He was the best tight end in the nation this year. He won. I don't know the name of the award, but he won an award as the best tight end in the nation. Uh, they played against Ohio State this past year.
Mm,
He had, I think it was 8 catches for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Buckeyes. This on the defense who had Jeff Okudah, Sean Wade. Um, uh, what's the prior kid
mm,
who played safety for us for the Buckeyes? But we're talking about top flight defense. Ohio State, who made the college football playoffs.
right,
This is what this kid Harrison Bryant did against the Ohio State Buckeyes. He's a
right,
rookie. Um,
right.
that makes Njoku expendable right now. You got an opportunity to put somebody, rotate someone else in on opposite side of Myles Garrett. We still got
Mm-hmm.
Oliver Vernon here. We still playing him. You rotate in Yannick. Uh, that's what the defense need. If you're looking back
Right.
at the San Francisco 49ers last year, they created so much pressure with their front
They're
seven,
front seven.
specific,
Yeah.
specifically they front four.
Yep.
Uh, when you can rush 4 guys and put 7 guys in coverage,
Yep.
like
Yep.
it makes it so much.
Hey, that's
It makes it so much easier.
that's why
And so
Sherm had a breakout season last year. Yeah, absolutely.
definitely,
Absolutely.
you only covering receivers for 3 seconds, if that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it changed when somebody has to run around. You don't have a chance to run the
Mm-hmm.
scramble drill when your defensive line is right in front of your face. So
Right. Right.
if we could get that type of personnel on that defensive line and have that rotation to where we just create pressure with our front seven,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm all for that trade,
Yeah.
man. What do you think about
And
the trade?
that's what Jeffrey said. Jeffrey said that the Browns better make that trade ASAP. Yeah,
Right.
the Browns better make that trade ASAP. I think
He right. He
I'm
right.
with you. I'm with you on that trade. I think now that we done brought in Cooper and we drafted our tight end, I think that Njoku, man, he's injury prone for one. I got to put that out there that he's injury
Yeah,
prone.
definitely.
So yes, he is expendable. Let's pull the trigger on that trade. to shore up our defensive line. You know what I mean? Clearly we not signing Jadeveon Clowney because he don't want to come here. He want to go somewhere. So beat it. So I think this is the next best option right here. You know what I mean?
And
I think
I
Jack.
don't know where they. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, you
just
good. You good.
speaking about Clowney, I don't know how the Cowboys can make that move to even sign him. You got to think about it.
Yeah.
Dak just signed for this year.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't know how that quarterback situation is gonna play out.
Yeah.
And even with the Saints, you still got to play Kamara.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know how he's gonna end up on those squads. I know that's his wish list, but we'll see.
That's his wish. Yeah, that's his wish list. So I think, like I said, the Browns moved on from him, man.
Right.
We got a lot of great talent down in Jacksonville that want to get out of Jacksonville. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whatever we can pull from down there, man. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to get out of there. You know, get who we can. You know what I mean? From them. So. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. All for that trade, man. All for that trade. You know, what's now? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it been some rumors coming up around the NFL. It been a lot of video of Antonio Brown working out with different NFL superstars, quarterbacks. I seen one the other day with him and Dwight Haskins. He had to throwing dimes to him.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen eventually. Some team is going to end up signing Antonio Brown. When it comes to training camp, where do you think he'll be playing his first preseason game at this season?
Man, this might shock you, man. Shock a lot of people right now. I think he gonna wind up back in New England, man.
Really?
I think he gonna wind up back in New England. Yep. I think he gonna wind up back in New England, man. Just for the simple, yeah. Listen, that'll be a huge turnaround. I mean, look at. We already done went over New England roster, man. We already said that they need to sign another receiver. You know, to go alongside Edelman. You know what I mean? We got the young boy who was hurt last year.
N'Keal Harry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Harry. So we need somebody. They need somebody else, man. And I think what better way to shore up they their wide receiver core by signing Antonio Brown again, man. You know, I think he'd be happy to go back there. I think the situation last year kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way. I don't think nobody was really expecting, that to come out, something to come out, to hamper his character or whatnot, man. But I think that he'll wind up in New England again, man. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. I'll be surprised if he doesn't, man. No.
I think he's gonna be out there with Pete Carroll, man.
You think he go?
Pete Carroll do these type of things, man. Pete Carroll is one of those coaches. He's a player's coach. I mean, only give people a second chance. He brought back Marshawn Lynch out of retirement when Marshawn Lynch was just kicking it. He just kicking it. But was still in shape to play football. They make these type of moves. They usually make it in season. It usually happen in season, or it happened like right before the season starts.
Right.
Pete Carroll make a splash like that. So I'm thinking in the back door, and I done heard whispers about the Seahawks and him. I know Russell Wilson has been he been speaking out about adding AB to the team publicly.
Right.
So once you got a personality, a quarterback like that, saying something about you, that get the ears of the owners. Like, okay,
absolutely,
franchise quarterback. We might want to listen to what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
So I think it might be the Seahawks, man. I think he might end up out there in the NFC West, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We definitely will see, man. Either way, I think
as far as away from the AFC, as far as away from the AFC North as he can get.
Right. Yeah, man. I think that either situation, man, will do him some good, man. Either situation will do him some good, man. He needs to go to a situation where the team concept is already established. They're not looking to build an identity. The identity is already there. That's the type of team that he needs to go to. where their identity is already established. Quarterback, head coaching staff, we're gonna plug you in. This is how we run things. That's how it's gonna be. So
Right.
we'll see where he lines up, man.
So
Moving on. Go ahead.
yeah, man,
Go ahead.
Kaepernick and his team came out this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Said he still haven't heard from no NFL team,
Yeah.
despite the rumors that's swirling around right
Yeah.
now.
Didn't I
Uh,
tell you that?
just
Didn't
want,
I say that? Didn't I say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
man? I said, man.
For the past 2 weeks, you did say that we haven't heard nothing from Kaepernick team. We haven't heard nothing from Kaepernick, so I don't think nobody has reached out to him.
Yeah.
You said that repeatedly. But with that being said, will he be on the training camp roster this year? And what's taking the owner so long? I don't think this is something from the general managers right now. I don't think they I don't think they have the power to pull the trigger right now, and I think this is strictly an owner's decision right now. What's taking the owner so long?
hmm
And do you think we'll see Kaepernick in training camp this year?
Man, I think right now, as I said, man, we would have been heard from Cap if those rumors were true, um, about him, getting a call from, teams, owners, or coaches and stuff like that. Um, will Cap be on the roster? He should be. He should be on a training
That's
camp
not the
roster.
question. That's not the
Now
question.
here's go. Now, what are the owners waiting on? The owners are waiting on the other owners to bite. I think they waiting on the other owners to bite. You know what I'm saying?
Who gonna pull the
Who
trigger
going
first?
who gonna pull the trigger first? That's what I think that they waiting on. Who's gonna pull the trigger first? And then once one owner comes out and says something, I think that's when everybody else is gonna try to follow suit. Like, yeah, man, we've been thinking about it
Domino
all
effect.
this time. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, we've been thinking about it. You know what I mean? We just wanted to make sure that our rosters was this and our coaching staff. We made all the right signings. Before we. I think it's gonna be a lot of that BS going on. So the owners is
Right.
just waiting on somebody to bite. So it's
Yeah.
what one owner is gonna come out and say, hey, we bring Cam in. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where we at. So
Man, I just don't get it with some of these owners. Like if you do come back, what team do you think he might be on? Just from your personal, I mean, just what's your
just
gut
just
feeling? What team you think he might be on?
man, honestly, man, I think he might go to the Raiders, man. I
Raiders.
think that's a good. I think that's a good.
Raiders.
I think that's a good situation for him, man. The Raiders or the Chargers. The Raiders or the Chargers. I think that either
We've
either
been hearing.
situation either situation there would be good for him.
I think Pittsburgh,
But
man.
you
You got
think Pitt?
Rooney. You got the Rooneys. You got Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
They need a backup quarterback. I mean, it's a city that's gonna get behind Kaepernick.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I
For
just think
sure.
that would be the ideal fit. Will it happen? No, but I just think that would be the ideal fit if Kaepernick was to make a comeback. He would have a franchise or organization that's strong enough to handle the backlash that's gonna come with
The
it.
backlash.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
and as you know, as being a Browns fan and seeing this rivalry and just seeing what that organization is, you know how that locker room is up here in Pittsburgh.
hmm
That locker room is always veterans.
Yeah.
They
And they
speak it
stick
out.
together.
And
Yeah.
they stick together. Everything stay
Yeah.
in house. So
Yeah.
you know what type of locker room and that environment Cat being a part of that, especially what's going on in society
Yeah.
today. So I just think that would be just the ideal fit for him.
I totally agree with you. I think that's right, man. I think that's true. That's a factual statement right there, man. Pittsburgh, another team that will suit Cap well, man. But I got a question for you, man. Do you think Cap still wants to play football, man? Seeing that
That's the
everything that
million
he's
dollar
got,
question.
seeing that
That's the
everything that
million
he
dollar
got going
question.
on, he got everything going on. We see that he decided this got a new deal with Netflix, this documentary
Yeah,
series with Netflix, man. That's gonna pay
yeah.
dividends. Does he still want to play football? You understand what I'm saying?
That's the million dollar question, man. I would
That's a
hope
twenty. That's a
me
twenty
being
million dollar question. He wants 20
$20
million.
million
That's a $20 million question.
20 million. 20 million. I mean, I don't think he'll get that. I think he'll get somewhere around with Cam Newton got.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2 years ago, yeah, give him 20 million, man. That's like their second tier of quarterbacks what they getting paid right now.
Right.
But now you have been out 4 seasons. I don't know if you want to play, man. We'll find out this. We will find out this training camp. I tell you what. If an owner was to come out within the next couple of weeks, and no matter who it is, what owner would be like, you know what? We want to take an approach at Black Lives Matter, and we want to apologize to Kaepernick. We judged you wrong during that period. We took what you was saying for granted, and we wasn't listening
Yeah.
to you. Now, if an
Yeah.
owner come out there and say that we want to invite you into our training camp, and Kaepernick pull off some bullshit like he pulled off with the trial before, I'm not calling it bullshit because I understand the contract obligation that
Yeah.
like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand. If it was me, I would be the same way. I understand that.
Right.
But a lot of people look at it as bullshit. But if you pull off something similar to that, and the owner says, yes, we want to bring you in for our training camps to compete for a spot on his roster, and he have any type of anything funny going on with that, man, he
Mm-hmm.
don't want to play football.
Right.
He just
Right.
don't want to play
Right.
football. That's how I
Right.
feel.
Right. I got you. I got you.
It should
Man,
it should be no. Yeah, go ahead.
man, with the whole with the Kaepernick situation, man, with the whole workout situation, man, I feel Cap on that, man. I felt him the whole time,
Yeah,
man. You know about
I do too. I do too.
him being doing what's best for him. You know, because guess what, man? At the end of the day, if all this stuff hadn't transpired, man, this social injustice stuff, man, that we just witnessed the last month, you know what I'm saying? I don't
We wouldn't
think
be having this
we wouldn't be
conversation.
having this conversation, man. Cap would be long gone, man. He wouldn't have be talking. We wouldn't talk about no deal coming out with Netflix. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? All that
No,
stuff, man. We
definitely not.
wouldn't be talking about none of that, man. But right
No.
now, you know, it's kind of, you know, everything is like. I think Cap really need. I mean, I wouldn't even took no money, man, because clearly he took some money, you know, and he kind of had to get silenced a little bit. So there's probably certain things that he won't even be able to say anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With about the situation with the NFL. You know, so right now I think he jumped the gun as far as accepting the settlement. You know what I'm saying? Because now everything is laid out bare. You know what I mean? So if he hadn't took that money and signed that contract, man, do you know what
Yeah.
he could be saying right now, man? You know,
Right.
he could have a story. He write his own narrative. You know what I mean? If he hadn't took that
Yeah.
money, you know, he said whatever he wanted to
Yeah.
say, whether it be true or whether or not. Guess who they gonna believe? Guess who everybody gonna believe? Colin Kaepernick.
They're gonna believe
You
the
know what I'm
league.
saying? They
Yeah.
gonna
They're
no.
gonna believe the
I
money.
think
They're gonna believe the money.
that, man. I think they'll
I'm
believe
talking.
Kaepernick.
Who are we talking about when we say everybody? Who are we talking about?
I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about the
Okay, the
fans.
fans. Yeah,
Us.
yeah, the fans. Yeah, the fans.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Okay, us
us.
as fans.
I'm
Okay,
talking
okay, yeah,
about Joe Schmo is gonna believe Cap. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just
definitely, definitely,
because
definitely.
of what's going on. You know what I mean? Especially coming out with what Drew Brees said. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's like, yeah, man, Cap, he's been right all this time. You know what I mean? The whole
right,
time, like we saying now. So with his story, with his narrative, whatever he say, you know, hey, he could have said the NFL threatened him and all kinds of crazy stuff, man. We would have believed it.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But he kind of got a gag order right now, so it's gonna be interesting to
yeah.
see this Netflix special of, you know, everything that led up to you know, his
His,
protest.
his yeah.
You know, and I want to
His
hear the tough
his
questions though.
peace his peaceful protest.
His peaceful protest, absolutely. His
Yeah, his peace.
peaceful protest. You know,
So,
so I'm definitely interested to see what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was a part of that circle, man, to ask him those
yeah,
questions, man. Like, yo, man, you know, and just know the intricacies of what happened. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because I know his people know. So
yeah. It was something at some point. It, at some point in his life, it drew the line.
yeah,
We don't know what happened, what the story is, but it had to be something traumatic. Cause to think about it, like you gave up everything. Like
yeah,
what you did was something that is futuristic. What's the
yeah.
self-actualization is the word that
Mm,
I'm looking for. And you think about people like Martin Luther King, you think about Malcolm
mm,
X, you think about those type of people who reach self-actualization.
yeah,
And I think that's what type of moment Kaepernick had with
Yeah.
his protests and everything. It's something that tragically happened to him for him to realize, I risk it all. I got a platform like that. Or no protest. The flag was
Right.
the sprinters in the Olympics when they raised their black fist in the national anthem.
Yeah. Yep.
They won a gold medal, and like what the life they lived through, the history they lived through.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I don't know, man. We'll see what the Kaepernick story plays out to be,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah,
Uh,
man.
so like that's basically everything we got, man. You got any final thoughts for the night? What we're gonna get into next week or anything?
No, man. We gonna play this by ear, man, because we got so many topics, so many things coming out with the NFL and different things, man. The start of the season, and if definitely if we gonna have a season, man, we might turn into the flag football league for real. So we'll definitely see what happens, man. And man, I just appreciate everybody who chimed in, man. Jeffrey,
Steve
man.
Love, we got to
Steve,
figure out
yeah.
how to get Steve on.
Yeah, we definitely got to figure out how to get Steve back on, man. We're definitely looking forward to your input, man, your insight in these topics, man. So we apologize, man, but we'll definitely try to get you on next week, if not tomorrow, in Series NBA
Yeah.
heads, man. So appreciate y'all, man. Definitely, man. Big things to come. Trust me, big things coming.
All right, y'all. We out, man. That's Serious Sports Heads. The dialogue for y'all this week. We'll see you tomorrow night for series in the Serious NBA Heads group. With the same thing, we're gonna be talking about everything that's going on, and we got so much to talk about, man. Who gonna come out the East? Who gonna come out the West? Who playing
Mm-hmm.
who? The schedule's here. Your boy Zion is up first.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll see y'all later,
All right,
man.
man.
Appreciate you, bro. All right.
Salute.